Well, now we know why the deep state, the CIA, the FBI, the DOJ, the DHS, and the Biden administration hate Trump so much. He's about to let out one big bombshell of a story. And I believe we are all going to see the real fact of how corrupt our government has been for a very long time. So please keep Donald Trump in prayer. Because I really am afraid for him. They are desperately trying to stop him in every way, shape, or form. And this report that I have today is just one of the many reasons why. Take a look at this article, and this is on dailymail.co.uk. And its headline, Trump promises to release all the JFK files and reveals who he thinks was probably behind the assassination cover-up. Now, the article goes on to state this: former President Donald Trump pledged to release all the assassination files on President John F. Kennedy should he be reelected in November. Quote, "This time, I'm just going to do it," Trump promised during a taping of an episode of the All In podcast, which was released on Thursday. The former president and presumptive Republican nominee was asked by the co-host what was in the JFK files that Trump didn't release publicly during his first term. He goes on to state this: the former president said he was encouraged to keep some of the information on the Kennedy's assassination secret, and then made a bold claim regarding who was responsible for any cover-up. Well, this wasn't CIA that asked me, but I think CIA was probably behind it, Trump said. They wouldn't prefer that I not release the rest of it. So, kind of backtracking a little bit, Donald Trump did promise us when he was in office the first time that he would release that information. Now, he did release a trove of documents which gave some pretty dirty information on Martin Luther King, actually, and some sexual things that he did. I've got a report on Restricted Republic you guys are going to want to check out there. But anyway, he did say that he would release the information in his first term, and he did release a whole trove of documents, but there is still a small part of it that people talked him into not releasing. Well, now he's saying if he becomes president, then he is going to release all of them. All of it. And I do believe that he absolutely will. But you know what? He's not the only one that believes that the CIA is behind it. I believe it, but also this young man right here who coincidentally has also been attacked by mainstream media. And this is on people.com. Robert Kennedy Jr. leans into conspiracy that CIA was involved in Uncle John F. Kennedy's assassination. Now, let me just say this. He's a family member. He's probably got a lot more insight than the rest of us. And here he is saying that the CIA has been behind it. And in fact, he has been saying that all along. But here it is in a nutshell. Donald Trump, and I think even JFK, because he's been standing against the intelligence community, the deep staters of the world, so to speak. They have both been wide targets by this Department of Justice for the things that they support, for the things that they believe, which quite frankly, a majority of it is just about freedom-loving America and having an equal justice system and being able to be who we are in this country. And we don't have a democracy. We're supposed to have a republic here, right? But that has all gone by the wayside. There is so much political prosecution going on and so much hunting down of patriots. Take a look at what I'm talking about. And this is on gatewaypundit.com. Biden's America. The Department of Homeland Security Intel Group, led by Brennan and Clapper, proposed plan to have Americans snitch on their neighbors and redefine political dissent as public health, so more people would tell on you and me. And here's what it says. America First Legal on Thursday released new documents that reveal the DHS was proposing policies to encourage ordinary Americans to snitch on their neighbors. The DHS Intel Group also included a plan to reclassify political dissent under the guise of public health so that ordinary Americans like moms and teachers felt comfortable coming forward and snitching on their neighbors. And of course, this is exactly what communists do. Now, it goes on to kind of describe it in detail. I don't want to get too much into it, but basically they had a whole conversation on how do we get people to snitch on each other, for our betterment here at the Department of Justice and the Homeland Security. And they came down to the conclusion that it should be like a health thing. So people would be more open, mothers and pregnant people and teachers would be more open to reporting things. It's absolutely insane. Now, the good news is the Homeland Intelligence Expert Group has been taken down, disbanded. It's no longer there. That's the good news. But the bad news is this is the exact stuff they try to do all the time. All the time. Right now, I just put out a report about a month ago how the FBI is still working with social media, despite the fact that they're in court right now, Missouri and Louisiana versus the Biden administration and the FBI, over the very fact that they are censoring our information. And mind you, we learned a lot about this with the Twitter files and what's going on with that. And time again, all of this stuff is being exposed. It's almost as if it's not almost as if this stuff is literally happening on a daily basis. That's why this election is so important. This is going to be one of the biggest elections that we've ever held. I want to encourage you, register your friends, family members, get out there and vote. Even if you think, whatever you think about voting, we need as many votes as we can actually get to save our country. And we're literally talking about saving our country. This is we either do it or we're gone. We're done. If the Biden administration gets in or any Democrat gets in for another 4 years, you can guarantee that there will be more suppression, more rounds up, more political opposition being put into jail. They'll start going after, if you ever did protest, they've been going after people who did protests a long time ago against pregnancy centers or against abortion centers, pro-life people, and they're arresting them years after the fact. But they're not doing the same with their side. It is all completely ignored. This is what we will absolutely see more of. So keep Donald Trump in your prayers. Let's get him in there and let's find out what really happened to JFK, and let's clean house at the FBI, the CIA, the DOJ. I think that's going to be his kicker, to clean house there, because if it really was the CIA who was behind it, we've got some cleaning to do. Anyhow, I love you guys. As a quick reminder, get to restrictedrepublic.com. Please go there now. Don't wait. Use the coupon code RR and the number 4 to get it for $3.99 per month for 2 years, which is less than a cup of coffee. I've got some explosive videos, especially this former CBP leaks massive detention facilities. One detention facility coming to all 50 states. You're going to want to subscribe to Restricted Public. That's the only place you can watch it. Use the coupon code RR and the number 4. Hope to see you there. I love you guys. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.